Hey, what is happening, YouTube? What's going on, guys? And thank you for tuning into Rules for Rebels. In today's video, I wanted to talk about Amazon merch, and I wanted to just briefly discuss approvals, denials, and kind of what the new application process looks like. So, I've been on Amazon merch since, I don't know, probably mid to late 2015. And back when I applied, the program wasn't nearly as popular as it is today. Amazon merch actually started off as a way for game developers and app developers to basically create swag or shirts and merchandise to go along with their games and try to kind of monetize stuff. Well, obviously it's turned into this huge print-on-demand industry with people starting apparel companies and starting brands, and just the print-on-demand industry as a whole has really exploded, and the program's gotten very popular. And because of that, we've seen times when Amazon has to throttle us because there's just too many shirts on merch. They can't keep up with the printing demand. Some people have been waiting upwards of a year to get let onto merch because it's just that popular. And back when I applied, the application process was, again, it's been several years, but it was literally name, email, and I think they also asked you if you had a website or a social media profile or a YouTube channel. They asked you to drop a link to it. That was it. There was literally nothing else. So there wasn't really much to judge you on, right? It was okay, really the only thing that they had to judge you on potentially was if you have a website, okay, at least this guy has some type of existing audience or some type of platform that he can use to promote shirts and hopefully drive sales, whereas this guy doesn't have a website. Maybe we'll bring him on later. He doesn't really have a built-in audience to promote his stuff. So that's what it was like back when I got on, and I did put either my website or my YouTube channel on there. At the time, I highly doubt that they even looked at it. Apparently, Amazon merch invitations have gotten a lot more detailed, and they've gotten a lot pickier about who they let on. Now, I tried to go through the process of you're not allowed to have two merch accounts. I wasn't trying to sign up for a second merch account, but I just clicked request invitation because I wanted to see if it would show me what they're asking for now. I was listening to an episode of Merch Minds the other day with Glenn and Young, Glenn of Hustler Hacks and Young of Geek Hustle. And in the video, they talked about how a designer friend of theirs who has a big portfolio, has websites, is actually a professional graphic designer, does real quality work. He actually got denied, got a denial from Amazon merch. And I've seen on the Amazon merch subreddit and Facebook groups and things like that, there's a lot of people who their applications are getting denied. So from what I've been hearing, Amazon is asking for a lot more information. And I don't know if this is true or not. Again, I haven't seen it myself, but apparently they're also asking for design samples. So I'm not sure if you upload a file or if you link them to your portfolio if you're a graphic designer, but apparently they're actually asking for samples of your work. And obviously with Amazon merch, as we always say, it's a numbers game. I'll be the first one to admit that I am by no means a graphic designer. I'm not especially a talented graphic designer. Most of my images are very, very simple text-based images or simple graphic or a text and a graphic, but I'm not doing these super complicated line drawings and fine detail and everything. I'm not a graphic designer by trade. I am trying to up my skills. I am trying to learn a little bit more, but at the end of the day, it's just not a super strong skill set of mine. And I don't necessarily think it ever will be. I ever will be an amazing designer. But I'm able to make a pretty decent amount of money just kind of off what I'm doing. Now, I see a lot of other people who are even worse than myself. I see a lot of people on different subreddits and forums and things like that who are hey, review my designs. And they have a big white box around their designs. They haven't even figured out how to make a clear background image. So whatever images they make, it's on a big colored, it's on a big white square because they don't know how to separate that. Now, I'm not knocking them. That's actually where I was when I first started out. I didn't know how to properly size images for Amazon merch. I didn't know how to make a clear background image. So a lot of us start there. But just to kind of illustrate kind of the low quality stuff that we're seeing on Amazon, I'm seeing a lot of people who are going to Pixabay and just getting photos and having a big square photo on a shirt. And while some photos actually do look really cool, photos don't really look great on shirts. And a lot of people, for whatever reason, it's just not visually appealing having a big square on a t-shirt. So anyhow, I have the feeling Amazon's product catalog is getting so overloaded with not only t-shirts in general, but especially low quality t-shirts that Amazon excuse me, that Amazon is probably starting to crack down, getting a little bit stricter and look, if we're going to have people on here loading thousands of products on here, we want to make sure at least it's a halfway decent designer. So like I said, I haven't actually been through the process. If any of you guys have applied for Amazon merch recently, please drop a comment below and let us know like what the application process is like now. Like what kind of questions are they asking you? Are they asking you to upload a design file or to make a sample t-shirt for them? And then how quickly are you getting approved? It's kind of crazy, you know. It never really made a whole lot of sense, like how long, you know, some people seem to get approved in like, you know, 3 weeks, and then other people are waiting like, you know, 13 months to get approved. It never made a whole lot of sense. It does seem like approvals are happening a lot quicker. I saw somebody the other day who said they got approved after like 3 days. Another interesting thing that I'm kind of surprised by, especially now that there's so many people in merch, is back when I first started, and even up until very recently, like if you wanted to get to tier 500, you had to first sell 100 t-shirts. Now, until you sell 100 t-shirts and are maxing out your designs, they're not going to let you up to tier 500. Well, now, I mean, there's people at tier 10 who haven't sold a single t-shirt who are upgraded to tier 25. There's people at tier 100 who've only sold 10 or 15 t-shirts and they're bumped up to 500. So it does seem odd to me that as merch is getting pickier and as it's getting more flooded, more competitive, that Amazon seems to just be giving people more and more inventory to work with. So that's a little bit weird. But yeah, the main thing I wanted to hear from you guys, because, you know, again, I can't go through the process. I cleared my cache, cleared my cookies, went and clicked request invitation, and before I can get to the next step and see whatever info they're asking for, they want me to like create an Amazon account or log into an existing Amazon account, and I really don't want to rock. I'm not trying to create multiple accounts, and I don't want to rock the boat and make Amazon think I am and suspend my account or something like that. So that's why I'm reaching out to you guys. For anybody who has recently applied to merch, or if you know somebody who has and kind of walk them through the process, let me know what kind of stuff they're asking for. Let me know if that's true that they're asking for design samples. Help people out. Drop a comment below. Let us know what the process is looking like these days. That's really all I got for you guys today. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button below, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.